So, this is Lisa Fry with My Mystical Life, and today I want to talk to you about animal totems. A little bit first, I want to go into the fact that I'm a shaman. I am clairvoyant, clairsentient. I'm what we'll call eclectic. I get a little bit of everything from my guides. I do some channeling, I talk to some aliens, I do this, I do that, blah, 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 blah. I have to sit back sometimes and really look back and go, I can't believe I am where I am. I can't believe that I talk to Archangel Michael and that I work closely with Archangel Metatron and Saint Germain and the Violet Flame and all of these amazing things. But the thing that got me started was, on reading at least, was working with animal totems. I had a rough start. My very first thing, I kind of treated it like a parlor game. I knew I could detect where energy was, but I didn't know much about that beyond that. So when I first started doing this, I would go and identify energies in people's homes, and I didn't know any better. I didn't know the basics, which is why I teach late bloomer classes now, because I feel it's so important to know those things. But what I found out was it is so much easier to keep something from attaching to you than it is to get rid of it. But that's for another day. Anyhow, when I first started learning how to remove negative energies, I went into energy healing because a little bit of a control freak, and I needed at that point to control my energy. So that was where I decided to go with that. I learned Reiki. I'm a Reiki master, and I teach different modalities on healing for animals and things like that. But I wanted to go further, so I went into shamanism. And this is where my life blossomed. I found that I was so much more comfortable dealing with animals that when I wanted to do a reading and I was determined I was going to do this was what I was destined to do. I just knew it. And that I could pick up on animal totems, because my guides knew that I could connect easier with animal totems to begin with than anything else. So I can say I am totally blessed to work very closely as a shaman with animal totems in everything I do. They are my go-to if I feel lost. They are my go-to if I feel unconnected. And they always tell me exactly what I'm missing. There's that lovely breeze again. And we breathe. I'm taking that from Spirit as, slow down, Lisa, you're talking too fast. If you watch any of my live reading videos where I do class and read at the same time, you'll see that I talk way fast when I'm talking to Spirit, because I want to give everybody as much information as I can. So that's them telling me, you're not doing that right now. So when working with animal totems, we have just two types, just like we do in regular readings. We have transitional and we have permanent. These are energies that sign on at the beginning of our life. They know what we're doing. They know where we're going. They're part of our circle. We'll talk about a soul circle in another video. But what they do is they come in with their traits and their reflection and their knowledge, and they come in and help us with what we need them at the time. When we have permanent animal totems, that means they've signed on at the beginning and they're going to be there till the end. They are enduring. And they're where we get a lot of our main traits. We know what we're going to do when we come into this life. We signed that contract to start with. So just know that they are there for the long haul. If somebody gives you a reading, feel free to ask them, is this a transitional or is this a permanent animal totem? You might dazzle them with knowing that. Anyhow, and then you have your transitional guides. And this is, of course, goes for both spirit guides and totems. Your transitional guides, they come in for the moment. They come in for the lesson. They come in to stay with you until you've figured out the thing that you're working through in life. Now, I've come across them that'll be around for 10 years because people struggle. They struggle trying to figure out what's going on and how to deal with it, and how to release and how to heal. And then you have some that are in for 10 minutes and they go, you know what? This is what you need to know. Bring this into your soul, integrate this into your soul, and then move. and they move on. In every single case, they're wonderful energies. And of course, everybody wants the bear, the wolf, the the coyote, the hawk, the eagle. They want the great big ones, And I have given animal totems to people like the praying mantis and ladybug and the earthworm. These are all quality animal totems. The size or what you think is more powerful, not necessarily so. So the lessons can be learned in the small things as well as the large. When working with animal totems, I work closely with them on soul retrievals. They're wonderful to help go in and find those fragments of people's souls that they've lost through trauma over time. This is deep healing work. This is shamanic work. And they are especially gifted at going in to help with this. So I always, when doing shamanic healing, call on your animal totems. You will have water totems like the fish and the otter, the whale. I love working with the whale. And you'll have the land totems like the buffalo and the wolf, a water buffalo, all of these incredible animals. You'll have air, birds, wonderful for thought and intuitive. Fire, salamanders, animals along those lines. So we do have animal totems that correlate to the elements. We also have animal totems that bring in special messages and then leave right away. So you may find that if you're getting a reading and someone says, I have a cat talking for you, this could be an animal totem that just sachets in like a cat will do and gives a message and leaves. Have no expectations. When I give an animal totem to somebody and I give a reading with that animal totem, I may get something totally different than you're going to find on the World Wide Web. It's going to be direct information from your guide. Don't be disappointed. That is direct source information. Animal totems vibrate totally different than other guides. There are meditations you can do to meet your animal totems. If you want to try one, you can go to mymysticallife.com and go into the free classes. I have a free shamanic journey class that will walk you through meeting guides on a shamanic level. Working shamanically through theta brain waves to journey is different than a regular meditation. We are engaging the brain. This is great for left brain people because we have to have details. We need something to do. That brain doesn't slow down. That brain doesn't quiet down. My brain needs a job at all times. It just does. So, shamanic journey may be the way for you to go with that, but you can use it to find your animal totems. If you have any questions, please follow me on My Mystical Life and ask questions. I'm always available. I love working with animal totems. They are my first love, my first guides that step forward for me, and for me the easiest to read. So if animals are your forte, you may be surprised at what your animals have to tell you.